so I got an article up here from Kotaku. It's on archive, of course, because it's fucking Kotaku. It's also a John Walker article. The guy's a fucking idiot. Far-right devs, Kyle Rittenhouse Steam shooter isn't edgy, it's embarrassing. Now the thing is, you could tell right away, just from it being on Kotaku, that's just a piece of shit article. But there's a couple things I wanted to point out because I thought they were pretty damn funny. Anyway, why can't far-right provocateurs just be good at anything? Acquitted an action shooter game by first-time developers Nordic Empire Games is intended to be a provocative celebration of the acquittal of teenager Kyle Rittenhouse. Says it's a very poorly made zombie shooter without even a glimmer of the courage of his convictions. Okay, that's not bad, not bad. The second paragraph is where things just go completely off the fucking rails. Kyle Rittenhouse is charged with the fatal shooting of two men. It was two white men, by the way, in August 2020 when he fired at unarmed protesters who were attacking him, by the way, during civil unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The case in November 2021 starkly divided Americans, with the left viewing his acquittal as a miscarriage of justice with racist roots, which is fucking ridiculous. It's like a white man, shot, three white men and killed two of them. So how the fuck you get racism from that? I don't care that those guys. Anyway, I don't want to get into the whole case. But anyway, while the right saw it as a victory for the right to bear arms in self-defense, this is the very first thing that was really funny. The chillingly named Nordic Empire Games, see it based on the available evidence as something to gloat about. That right there is just fucking hilarious. The chillingly named. It's like, get the fuck out of here, anyway. Wherever you land on this matter, and let's not beat around the bush, he got away with killing people. It's like it was self-defense, you fucking idiot. Like seriously. I'd hope a person's central thought would be innocent people died. They were fucking attacking him, you numbnuts idiot. I mean, seriously, it's fucking almost unbelievable how stupid you could be with this stuff. He was defending himself from a guy who was charging him. One guy, hit him with a skateboard. Another guy was charging at him with a goddamn pistol. What are you supposed to do? You sit there and argue he shouldn't have been there and this and that. And, okay, wait, that's fine. We can argue the case and stuff, but it's just you gotta talk about the truth. But anyway, no matter how big a win, the result of the court case might feel to a person, the circumstances remain aberrant and deeply tragic. Okay, I have no problem with that one. So making a video game that's intention is to laugh about it is without a doubt an inciting act. My dismay is just how badly they've done it. No, your problem is they did it, period. Because even if it was well made, which I don't know if this game is or not, who gives a shit, you would have complained, period. Even if it was well made. But anyway, the game's on Steam page. They go on, they talk. I won't spend too much time on it. But basically you're shooting at zombies and everything. And he's like, yes, you're right, I said zombies, because if nothing else, quit it as a cowardly piece of dross. Some zombies carry communist and Antifa flags, and the girl ones have pink and blue hair. Satire, but their blood is green, their skin gray, and their heads split open. In another act of astonishing parody, the game calls them brainless, which would be quite the zing if you couldn't literally see their brains. It's like, you got some of a point there, I guess, But anyway, self-defense versus the brain dead reads its title screen. This reminds of when vehicular slaughter sim Carmageddon was released in Germany in 1987 when the country had laws that forbade video games that depict blood. Developer Stainless Games patched it for that market, making the people into zombies, the red blood into green goo. But there was no governmental authority looming over Nordic Empire, no external pressure to censor its own game. It just chickened out. And then, of course, this is where he complained. This is another funny part. The response on Steam has been very predictable. Lots of alt-right wannabes all piling in to give the game its overwhelmingly positive status. Most with under half an hour of play on record. Although in their defense, that's barely 0.4 hours of game here, or there's barely 0.4 hours of game here. However, few in their efforts to prove how much they want to pwn the lefties accidentally highlight just how milquetoast this effort is. And he goes on, he complains some more, and it's like, there's a couple other things that this guy, basically is bitching about, mindlessly and stuff. He tries to give you a history lesson, 1/3 of the Swedish team is William Haney, once the press secretary for far-right political party, the Swedish Democrats Youth League. Then he says they're a nationalist and populist party, founded from the remains of various fascist and white nationalist groups in the 1980s. It's like that's like tying the Democrats into fucking slavery and shit, because they were the ones who basically fought to keep slavery right. And then, of course, they said, oh, there's a flip and there's a switch. And some people say, nah, it's not true. That's bullshit. And anyway, I probably shouldn't even have brought that up because it's way too complicated for I'm just making some fucking video about it. But anyway, and he goes on and he talks about, this kind of this. And he's bitching. Here's some screens of the game. It's like, man, this looks like a fucking mobile game or whatever. If I were going to play it, I'd play it for free. I wouldn't pay money for this shit. Regardless of whatever. Oh, it's sending a good message. And it's like, well, what kind of message is it sending? It's like it looks like a mobile game basically. And that's fine. And he goes on and he complains. And I'll link this in the description box if you actually want to read all this shit. Then it goes over and there it is. But anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here. I've already gone on damn near 6 minutes. I didn't even intend to go this long because it's just a stupid just a piece of shit article about some stupid video game. I just thought it was funny, the chillingly part and all that stuff. Anyway, like I said, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one.